you guys. As promised, here is a quick video on how to deal with destructive parents. So I've done a video about how, parents should help their kids through a destructive parent. But I want to talk to you specifically, guys, about how you're going to deal with it if your parents aren't having this conversation with you. So if you have a destructive person living in the same house, like let's say your parents are still married, or you have a step parent or something, and that's just where you're at. Like, you're gonna have to live with these people. Do not play your parents off of each other. Okay, all that does is create further drama in your house, and what you want is peace and you want stability. So don't be part of the problem. Try to be very respectful to them. One thing that I tell my kids is when you are feeling a certain way, when you're bugged by something, talk about that particular thing instead of letting it all come out sideways. And what I mean by that is, let's say that you're frustrated with something that your parent is doing, and instead of talking to them about it, you start getting mouthy, you start getting disrespectful, you start doing all the things that they've asked you not to do. That's coming out sideways. And it's not good for you. It's not a good pattern for you, okay? Because in life, we really need to talk about how we feel. It's not comfortable. I'm not saying that it's comfortable, but we don't grow as people in our comfort zone. So you need to go to your parent and say, this is bothering me. Let's say that you have a parent that is, very destructive with their words, where you could just say, stop. Like, I don't deserve to be talked to that way. And I would really like to have a meaningful conversation with you, but if you're going to talk to me like that, we can't do that. So what do you want to do? Sometimes we have to be able to stop them and say, I don't like that. I don't want to be talked to that way. I want to have some peace in the house. Now, it depends on the parent. You might get somewhere with that. You might not. If you're not going to get anywhere with that, then you're probably going to have to be very distant with them and be very superficial. My suggestion is at least have one conversation with them about that, so that when you're distant, that it's going through their mind what they're doing, and then they have the opportunity to fix it if they want to. Now, if you have a destructive parent that's not living with you, but still remains to be the huge chaos manufacturer, just drama, can't admit when they're wrong, is just, a hindrance in your life. I have to make a decision. Do I want to have anything to do with this person? Have I had those conversations with him or her about how I feel about their behavior? Have I done all those things? If you have done those things, then it's okay to step back and be superficial about it. And when they ask, like, why are you not, calling me or texting me, you can say, remember the conversation that we had about how you talked to me? Remember that conversation? Yeah, that's why. You haven't changed. And I'm not going to live like that. Done. The less said, the better. Keep your words very, very short. Do not get into a discussion with them about a circumstance, because destructive people will argue a circumstance till they're blue in the face. But it's not about the circumstance. It's about the very big picture of how they think. The way they think is what's destructive. So they're going to create so many chaotic, destructive, dramatic circumstances that they can argue and try to make you wrong. And what you need to do as a person that's on the receiving end of a destructive person, so I want to say what we need to do, because everybody has to deal with destructive people, and I don't want you to feel like you're on your own, because you're not. I've had my share. I'm right with you. My daughters have had their share. What needs to happen, though, is for you to be able to stop it and go, you know what? We're not going here. We're not doing this. I don't want to live this way. So as a teenager, you're getting to the place where you are sick and tired of people talking to you in a disrespectful way. You're sick and tired of having no rights. You're sick and tired of that. You're sick and tired of being controlled, correct? I think I'm going to get some amens on that one. So one of the things that you can do to be a very powerful person is to be respectful, to be humble, to create boundaries where you're like, I have these expectations of myself, I have boundaries for myself, and I have expectations and boundaries for you. And this is what I require of you to be in my life. If you cannot do that, then you cannot be in my life. We have to do that for lots of different places in our life, whether it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend, you know, cousins, brothers, sisters, parents, it doesn't matter. I love family, okay? Anybody who knows me knows that I love family. Like, I'm pro-family. I would rather live on less and have a very happy family. I want families to stay together, so I want you guys to be really clear with your parents, really clear with your siblings, your grandparents, whoever, about how you're feeling. Be humble when they give you feedback. Ask yourself, is that true? And if it is, deal with it, fix it, adjust. If it's not, throw it in the trash. And do you go through the trash? No, I don't really want to go through the trash. So leave it where it belongs. You know, ask yourself when they give you this feedback, is this a person I deeply respect? And if they are, take it. Ask yourself, was that person right? And adjust. It makes you a better person. It's not comfortable, but it's called being coachable. We all need to be coachable for the rest of our life. But when you have that destructive person that just wants to shred you, is that a person you respect? No. Should you? No. Do you treat them with respect? Yes. Respect is a verb. It is how you interact with people. You treat with people with respect because of who you are. It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you as a person. That you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I handled that very well. And it's practice for the next destructive person, because guess what? There's more coming. There's just more coming. You get rid of this one, and then you have a coworker that's destructive. You get rid of that one, and then you have a boss. You know, you get rid of that one, and then you have a so-called friend that you have to, you know, you're just constantly dealing with this stuff. So it's practice. So don't think that this is the last one, because it's not. So I just wanted to offer that to you because I have a heart for these kids that get mistreated. It drives me crazy. I hate to see it. So I want to give you some tools of just being direct and clear with them and just saying, this is how I feel about this behavior. I need you to stop. If we're going to have a relationship, I need you to stop. Okay? So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. You can send me an email, Teresa@fortheloveofteenagers.com. Messages get through faster as it goes straight to my phone. If you want to do that, you certainly can, because I see this all the time. It seems like the longer I live, the more destructive parents become. They do not have their crap together. And I just feel so much for these kids, you guys, that have to deal with this. So just try to handle it in the most adult fashion that you can, because you're pretty much adults now. It's just that people aren't treating you like it. So treat yourself like it, even when they won't, okay? So I just love you all. If you have any questions, of course, send me a message, and I'll see you next time.